Flash of international charm, Armand Assante has carved out a busy career as Hollywood's ethnic everyman. Moviegoers will recall that he was a French gynecologist in Private Benjamin.
No idea what I've been through now, please.
In The Mambo Kings, he played a Cuban who came to the United States to find success as a musician. And in Hoffa, he was an Italian racketeer and union boss.
Thanks for coming. Nothing's ever settled by violence.
He's even been a Hungarian violinist in a film called Unfaithfully Yours. Now he's starring in Fatal Instinct. Armand, how you doing?
It's a good thing I can read that monitor.
All right, since you've characterized yourself as an ethnic everyman, give us the skinny on your background.
The who?
The skinny on your ethnic background.
Oh, I'm Italian-Irish, New Yorker.
Italian-Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does Hollywood still view you, though, as this international...
Oh, I look that way, so you always do what you look like, so...
Yeah, and they let it go at that. You are a very serious actor. You've played a lot of dramatic roles. So how do you come to be in a spoof like Fatal Instinct?
You know, I would never have attempted this if Carl Reiner had not done it. And Carl had approached me about it, and I thought, you know, why not get a clown to do something as crazy and as farcical as this? And he said, no, I want a serious actor to actually send himself up and send up what he does best up. And that was the challenge of it, really, was to get into the idea of actually satirizing what you do best.
Yeah, you didn't want in originally, right?
And I thought it was completely miscast, because I thought, you know, he needs a clown to do that well, you know. So what we discovered, though, is that as we worked on it, it's a total, it's almost like a cartoon farce. It's a complete, you know, all the characters in it are complete idiots. So...
How hard is it?
And the further you get into the role, you realize that maybe you are, too, you know.
How hard is it, though, I mean, to play it so far over the top?
Nothing came easy to me, I tell you. But in terms of satirizing films today and being over the top about movie violence and sort of that type of thing, I think what it attacks really is how over the top we as audiences accept our beliefs. I mean, what we see is over the top. In terms of...
In other words, that we buy into Michael Douglas being that copper Sharon Stone.
Oh, no, because, you know, in the film parodies films, but those films in their own right were brilliant in their own way. What I think Carl wants to say, and with the film in a way, in a humorous thing, is it pokes fun at what audiences have come to believe and sit through. That somebody could actually take 30 minutes to kill somebody, or somebody could take, you know, an hour and a half on screen and make love in every room of the house, you know, and go on and on. It's the ad infinitum of sex and violence today that the film, in a way, sends up.
You play Ned Ravine, right? Just how dense is he supposed to be?
Dense? He's your typical yuppie who's overworked, overstressed. He's as I remember, he's a cop by night who arrests people, and then in the day he defends them as a lawyer.
Nice. So you've got three women in your life: Lana, Lola, and Laura.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all out to kill me.
And Sean Young plays which one? Lana, Lola, or Laura?
Sean is Lola.
Lola. Let's take a look at Lola and Ned Ravine.
All right.
And you'll like this.
Got a light?
Sure.
How about a match?
No, thanks. I've plenty.
You really are incredibly stupid, aren't you? I like that in a man.
I'd be insulted, but I know you're serious.
You sound so sure of yourself.
I don't look as dumb as I am.
Let me buy you a drink, Mr.
Ravine. Ned Ravine, and I'm on duty.
Brain surgeon?
Cop.
Ooh, bet you have a big gun.
Well, you lose.
Well, if I can't buy you a drink, how about one of those?
Who can say no to a wiener?
Not me. Two dogs. Hot.
You got it. You come here often?
Only when I'm in heat.
Now, I read that you did this film in part, you said, to make it clear to your daughters that you work in a land of make-believe. Is that a true quote?
In part, yeah.
What do you mean?
Because the truth is I do, and I can do violence and that type of thing very effectively. And I mean, I see scenes that I've played that actually make me cringe. I mean, in terms of how gruesome they are. And I think that we have to, as filmmakers, be very responsible to what we put out to young people. I guess what I'm saying is if I have any hope for this film is that young people could watch it and get a kick out of what they believe on screen today. And I think it's important. I mean, if film takes a reaction as to what's happening in film today, this film is a reactive film in a way. It's saying that, whoa, you know, we have to pull back. A lot of films, what we see today, there is a lack of moral grounding in characters. And we follow characters actually through films that actually have no real moral grounding at all. They're almost completely amoral people, as almost heroes. And like I say, if young people could go to this and get a kick and remind themselves that what they see is really make-believe. It's not, because it does have an incredible effect. Film has a phenomenal effect.
As you well know, this is a film that critics will almost certainly love to trash.
Oh, they'll trash it.
Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, yeah. No, I knew it going in. I mean, you know, I knew going in that this was a high risk to do with, and I would only do it with somebody like Carl Reiner, because he's a real humorist and he understands comedy, and one would never do anything as outrageous as this without anybody who, that's his school. Yeah. You know, so I know I'm out of school and working in his, you know, his silly bone, but I mean, it's a great opportunity to work with a man like that, because he is a very funny, brilliant man.
Armand Assante, the film is Fatal Instinct. Good seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
44 pass. We're back in just a moment.